There are only three things certain in life: death, taxes, and humans defaulting to some sort of hierarchy. In a previous video, I talked about why distinction isn't going away, even as AI reshapes work and the economics of daily life become unrecognizable. And in that video, I promised to talk about where distinction was headed in a world of universal basic income. So in a world where money plays a smaller role and scarcity is a long gone idea, how will we continue to sort each other out? I see distinction migrating in three directions. The first is time and attention. In a UBI world, everyone has their floor covered, which means the question immediately becomes, what did you do with your freedom? The Romans had a word for this: otium, the quality of your unstructured hours. The person who spends their time deeply studying the history of Japanese ceramics or mastering natural winemaking. They carry it in a way that's impossible to fake. It changes what you say and notice, and even how you move through a room. Cicero wrote extensively about otium as the highest expression of a cultivated life. The time spent reading, thinking, conversing, walking in nature, engaging with philosophy. Distinguished from negotium, which was the world of business and obligation, otium was the domain of a truly free person. And when the floor is guaranteed to everyone, the difference between someone who chose to invest their freedom versus someone who chose to consume it becomes very visible. The second is taste and curation. AI can now generate infinite content across images and music and art. Before AI, the bottleneck was production. But now with AI, the bottleneck becomes discernment, which is probably why you're seeing conversations around taste dominating your feeds. The ability to curate, meaning being able to say what matters and what doesn't in a world of infinite creation, is what's going to create distinction. It's the ability to actually have opinions about things rather than just being fed everything through an algorithm or someone else's taste. Where in a world of infinite creation, it can be really difficult to remain steadfast and sift through the sand to find the gold. The thing about taste and the ability to curate, though, is that it really only comes with an abundance of exposure, and often involves a lot of friction and investment, being time, uncomfortable exposure, bad wine before good wine, reading. Friction is going to be an undertapped currency in a world that is actively engineering discomfort out of the equation. The third is access to the irreproducible. The fundamental logic here is pretty simple, but as reproduction becomes cheaper, the irreproducible becomes more valuable. Think of it like this. In the 1850s, a hand-sewn shoe was simply a shoe. It was just how they were made. And today, where we have mass manufacturing, a hand-sewn shoe has since become a luxury object. What you're paying for is the human time and the individual attention. It isn't because the quality of the leather is 100 times better. AI can now write a novel, but the author who lived the experiences and carries the scars of genuine life in their work becomes irreplaceable. It's hard to predict exactly how each of these ideas are going to play out, but if there's one thing for certain, it's that distinction isn't going away. In future videos, I want to go deeper into each of these three directions because they each deserve their own conversation. So if you want that, please like and follow, and let me know your thoughts in the comments.